He was a man whose life had once been filled with music, laughter, and the quiet rhythm of ordinary days. A pianist, a dreamer, someone who believed in beauty, in the power of art to transcend the world around him. But the world he knew began to crumble, slowly at first, then violently, until everything familiar was swallowed by chaos. The city he loved transformed overnight. Streets that once echoed with music and conversation became cages. The people he knew were confined, stripped of freedom, forced into a life of fear. He watched neighbors disappear, friends vanish, and the world he understood dissolve into something unrecognizable. He tried to survive in the only way he could, quietly, carefully, invisible in plain sight. Each day was a struggle, each decision a matter of life and death. He moved through shadows, scavenged for food, and hid in ruins, clinging to the smallest scraps of hope. Music, his first love, became both a memory and a lifeline, a reminder of the life he had lost and the person he still hoped to be. But survival wasn't just physical, it was moral. Every choice demanded courage he didn't feel he had. How do you maintain humanity when the world insists on stripping it away? How do you hold on to art, culture, and dignity when the very act of living seems impossible? He witnessed horrors that could not be imagined. Friends forced into camps, strangers beaten for no reason, and the endless cruelty of a system designed to erase him, to erase everything he represented. Yet in the midst of despair, he found moments of grace, small acts of kindness, the faint memory of a familiar melody, the fleeting beauty of a piano note echoing through an empty building. These kept him tethered to life, to hope. As winter came, as hunger gnawed at him, as every day became a battle with fear itself, he relied on ingenuity, silence, and luck. He became a ghost, navigating a city that had turned into a trap, learning that the smallest misstep could be fatal. And yet he endured, driven by a stubborn will to live, and by the belief that one day the music could return. When liberation finally came, it was not a grand moment of triumph. It was quiet, almost surreal. The city bore the scars of violence, and he bore the scars of survival. He had lost friends, family, and everything he once knew, but somehow he remained. He had survived where so many had not. In the end, he returned to the piano. The notes were hesitant at first, trembling in the empty room. But as his fingers found the keys, the music rose. It was a defiance, a remembrance, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. He played not just for himself, but for everyone who could no longer play, everyone whose lives had been silenced. He learned that survival is more than living. It is remembering, feeling, and refusing to let the darkness erase your humanity. Because even in a world destroyed by hatred, even when hope feels impossible, even when everything familiar is gone, art, courage, and the human spirit endure. And sometimes that endurance is the most extraordinary triumph of all. Can you guess the movie?